Hello and welcome to Daily Records. I am Tommy Burton, and today we are going to look at Mott The Hoople's album All the Young Dudes, released on September the 8th, 1972. This was the fifth studio album released by the band Mott The Hoople. It was the first album that they did for CBS Records or Columbia Records after recording with Island Records and Atlantic here in the U.S. This was kind of a big turning point for this band. Up to this point, they were sort of struggling. There's the Columbia label for you. And they were really on the verge of breaking up and calling it quits. But David Bowie, who most of you know, stepped up and he gave them a song, All the Young Dudes. And not only that, he contributed to the album by producing it. So he kind of turned this band around where they were going to just kind of fade away, and he brought them back into the forefront and kind of put them in audiences' minds as sort of the growing or burgeoning glam rock movement. And of course, the title track here, All the Young Dudes, was a hit single, big worldwide all the way around, and just kind of became one of the big 70s anthems. This album also features a cover of Sweet Jane by the Velvet Underground from the Loaded album. That was also released as a single and pretty much everywhere except the UK. And so the album went on to be ranked number 491 on the Rolling Stone list of 500 greatest albums of all time. And it, widely regarded as one of the great albums of the early 70s. Now, there's been a little bit of controversy behind this album in the release that it was released by Columbia and CBS, but there's some speculation that the album was still recorded while they were under contract to Island Records. And if that's ever proven to be true, it would give Island ownership the rights to the recordings. It's kind of been going around for years and years and years. I think about 10 years ago, there was a reissue of the album, all remastered with bonus tracks. And one of the production credits on one of those early tracks, the bonus tracks, Black Scorpio, which was credited to Muff Winwood. Now, Muff Winwood was a staff producer for Island. And so it does sort of lend itself to say that there was material for this album that was started while they were still signed under Island. Now, publicly, everything's been inconsistent. Ian Hunter, the leader for Mott The Hoople, he said that they completed this album before they left Island. Island's head guy said that he didn't know that there was a new album ready to release. He was done with them. Like I said, it was a band that was kind of on their way out. So it brought him back from the potential grave. Ian Hunter on this album, Mick Ralphs. A lot of people know Mick Ralphs, the great Mick Ralphs guitarist. Verdon Allen, Pete Overend Watts, and Buffin Griffin was the drummer for Mott The Hoople on this record. Like, comment, subscribe, share. What do you think about All the Young Dudes? Do you know this album? Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's TommyBurton75. I love interacting with you guys, as you know. But in the meantime, I'll see you all again tomorrow with another Daily Record.